Nice. See how good you look. And bam! Look at that. All sorts of storage. Goes right into the bedroom even. What? Two-sided? Storage for a ladder? Man, I love this thing. Folks, this is the Freedom Elite 22 FE. And it is a fantastic floor plan. You can easily sleep 4 people in here. You can have 4 riders. You have the booth dinette right over to the side. Both of them have a seat belt. Take a look at this. This is pretty cool too. Something you don't see super often. You have a tether for child seat. So if you have a small one, you can tether them down right there. You can utilize that plus the seat belt to make sure that that child seat is held in nice and securely. It's also a dream style dinette. What does that mean? It means you can fall asleep here. No, just kidding. But you can. But what it really means is for the bed, you have this little lever. You pull it like that, and then you can just push it down. So it is really easy to drop into a bed. You don't have to worry about taking out any posts or anything like that, and it gives you more leg space. You're not fighting with those pillars. You can see some cup holders there, wireless charger with USB in the center. Bam, look at that. Even USB-C. Man, look at the RV world getting up on technology. Love to see that. Right up top, you have a ton of storage. Underneath, of course, some LED puck lights and some speakers. Big old window over here so you can stare out at another RV because, well, we're at an RV show and that's what we got. But normally, you can get some good views. Really lets in a ton of natural light, too. Let's hop on up into the cab. Well, we'll start up top. Let's go up top, then we'll drop down. So one of the things I love about the Freedom Elite is this right here, folks. This is a 800-pound weight capacity. You'd be shocked at how many cab overs you can only sleep like one person because of the weight capacity. I mean, you know, some of them will have like 300 pounds. I get up there and that's it, right? Like it's done. But this one has 800 pounds, which I love. Of course, you know, these are fully removable. These are removable to the side too. Take a look at that. You have some foot lockers. So you get some good storage. If you want to take it all the way out, you can. Cup holders up there, because I don't know about you folks, but I like to sleep with water at night. So now I have a place I can put my cup. It's not spilling all over in the bed. Window, you got to have, you know, a little bit of breeze coming in, and a big old TV. Now, if you're going to lay up here and watch it, great. It's like being at the movie theater because it's so close. Remember doing that as a kid, staring straight up? But more importantly, the fact that this can swing out and around. So if you're sitting here at the dinette, you still have a good shot to the TV. And we do drop down into the cab. This one is on the Ford chassis that we're looking at here. Some cup holders. You can see your infotainment center right there. This one is touchscreen, nice and easy to use. Of course, everything we need to control the temperature in here. And again, not only do you have a standard USB, you also have that USB-C for nice quick charging. Get my leg out of here. These are, you know, somewhat adjustable there as well. And then when we make our way out, you can see all the additional storage here on the camp side. You have storage up top. You'll also notice that you have HDMI input right there. I really like that they do this. Makes it super simple. So you can put like a Blu-ray player up there, hook right up to your TV. Nice and easy. All of your controls, well, half of them will be up here. The other half will be right down below. So you can see your tank monitoring panel and everything is there, as well as the generator, water heater. This one does run off both propane and electric. And then down underneath is solar charge controller. This one is prepped for roof-mounted solar, battery disconnect, some of our lights, as well as electrical outlet, and you get the countertop extension. So you can pop that up, just have a little extra workspace, which is always wonderful. You do have the thermoformed countertops, which, if you're not familiar with it, it's kind of going to be like a step up above your old T-mold style. Not quite as nice, if you will, as like a solid surface, but it does allow you to undermount a sink, which I am a huge fan of. You can see that undermounted stainless steel sink there. We still have some antifreeze in it. In fact, I think I just put my hands in some, so those are going to be sticky. Not my favorite, but you do get the nice big sink, makes it really easy to wash and rinse dishes. High-rise oil rub bronze faucet there too. And take a look at the size of that window in the kitchen, folks. That is a big kitchen window. Again, letting in lots of light, and of course that cross ventilation. 3-burner cooktop with the oven and storage underneath. It's always nice. You also have, well, 3 drawers plus a little tip out. So you got this guy, but you have little bit smaller drawer up here because, again, it's still kind of competing with the plumbing with the sink. This one you see comes out a little bit further, and then this bottom one is nice and deep, so great storage there. Real quick before we head back, I do just want to mention underneath the dinette, you have an electrical outlet. So that way, if you need to plug anything in, like if you're working on a laptop, you can. And you have additional storage right here. You also get a courtesy light so that if you're getting up in the middle of the night, like let's say from the top bunk, you have to go use the bathroom. Well, you're not going to trip over this step right here because you're able to see it. And then back up top, a little bit of storage here above the microwave and the hood right next to our fridge freezer combo. Open that guy up, you can see you have pretty decent space right in there. Furnace is below that, and then a couple of storage doors. This one is pretty neat because you have space for a trash can. Love when manufacturers think about that. You also have some pantry space here with adjustable shelves. So you have plenty of space for, you know, Pop-Tarts, bowls of cereal, not bowls of cereal, boxes of cereal, marshmallows, graham crackers, pie filling, whatever else you need. When you make your way into the rear bath here, rear corner bath, they do get a little bit of a countertop extension. I don't know, honestly, how much I could use this. Maybe you can fit something there without it falling, but you know, you do get a little bit of space here on either side. I like the stainless steel bowl though. I think that's a nice look. You'll also see the mirrored medicine cabinet in the corner. Really glad that they did add that, plus storage underneath the sink. And they even mounted the toilet paper holder for you, so you have a built-in spot for that. Porcelain bowl, as you'd expect. And if I take a seat on here, show you space, I think I'm lined up. Yeah, there we go. You can see that I have plenty of room for both my legs as well as my shoulders. No issues whatsoever. A couple different robe hooks or places to hang towels. You can see you have two on the back of the door, plus another one here. And then when I step into the shower, we'll step right up here. You can see that with that skylight, folks, I mean, you can probably be 6'2" and still stand in here. I'm 6 foot tall. Without it, you know, I do bump a little bit, but with that, like I said, it's a pretty tall skylight, much higher than most. Then, of course, your shower bar here. Another thing I do want to point out is this, which is what they call the shower miser. And this little blue, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's like this little blue 90-degree elbow. And what that does is it's a recirc system. So you're not, if you're out boondocking, you don't waste water trying to wait for the shower to heat up. So you can use that, and then you turn on your hot water, and then once it turns white, you'll flip a little lever, and then as soon as you do that and you turn your water on, boom, it's instantly hot. Otherwise, what normally happens is you're waiting for that hot water, right? And it's just going to fill up your gray tank with water that doesn't need to fill up your gray tank. And then here in the bedroom, before we go outside, you can see the bed right there in the center, windows on both sides. This is a slide out, so that means that it's going to be a foldable mattress. Just to let you know, if you have a Class C and there's a bathroom here and a bed there and it slides out, it's going to be a foldable mattress. But what I do like that they do, it's kind of tough to see here, but they do have like a little cover on top, so you don't really feel that. Plus, it's in a pretty good spot where it's kind of almost like behind your knees. So I like that the divide is low, not like up here where it's gonna, you know, you're gonna feel it. You also see storage up top there, big window here in the back that is also an emergency exit, and right here is a spot to mount a TV. And what is that, Aaron? That, my friend, is an HDMI input. Love that. Yeah, Aaron, that's a nice machine. This is, of course, is the outside of the Thor Freedom Elite 22 FE. This one is built on the Ford E350. Bear in mind, with this particular floor plan, you can get it on a Chevy chassis, but as I said, this one is the Ford. So this one has the 7.3 liter V8, putting out 325 horsepower and 450 foot-pounds of torque. You have the one-piece fiberglass front cap right up front there, the nice long extension mirror, so you're able to see around the body. You can see the running boards, able to step into the cab, makes it a little bit simpler. And then the power awning with an LED light strip. Makes it nice and easy, of course, and lights things up at night. Speaking of lighting things up, another cool feature I like, I know sometimes it's the small things for me, is this right here. The fact they have a light underneath the steps. That way, as you are, entering, exiting your coach at night, you're not tripping, falling, and hurting yourself. Of course, that grab handle right there that is built in makes it a little bit easier as well. If we take a look at the storage underneath, one of the things I really like that Freedom Elite does is the fact they have lit ROTOCAST bins. I don't think I had the light on in there, but the ROTOCAST bins are fantastic because they're nice and easy to wash out. So if you put something in there that's dirty, wood, whatever it may be, you can just take a hose, rinse it out. There's a drain plug, drain all that right out as well. You'll see electrical outlet outside in case you need to plug anything in. So we come around to the back, of course, square tubular bumper there. Another impressive thing about the Freedom Elite, folks, this is a 8,000-pound hitch. You heard me right, 8,000 pounds, where most manufacturers put on 5. This one is 8K. Of course, you have the 7-pin already built in right there, so that if you need to tow another vehicle behind this, it is super simple to do so. You also have the rear ladder, so you can climb up onto the roof, be able to take a look up there, make sure everything is good. You know, if you have solar panels installed, want to check out those, you can. You'll also see the backup camera built into the rear tail light there. And then the slide out comes standard with a topper. That's another big one that I love that they do. If you're not familiar with the purpose of a slide out topper, well, it's basically to stop like sticks and debris and stuff from anything above your RV from falling on top of the slide. Because when that happens and you bring the slide in, you have this little flapper seal right here, and all those sticks and pine cones and everything else can get stuck in here and start causing damage. You don't want that to happen, and that slide topper definitely helps prevent that. Take a look at the size of this storage compartment, folks. This is the mega storage compartment on this 22 FE. It is absolutely massive. Again, ROTOCAST on the bottom there. But I love this because, you know, if you have kids, I don't know about you, but sometimes I have to take some bigger stuff like a water table, right? Don't know why my wife wanted us to take it, but we did, and well, my daughter loved it. But with something like this, right, you have the space to be able to put it in there. Of course, your water connections are here, as well as your black tank flush. This one, your plug-in will be right there, 30 amp on here, cable inlet, and your 4,000 watt Cummins ONAN generator. I mean, the Freedom Elite 22 FE really is a fantastic Class C. The great thing about it, though, the RV world, is we have a ton of them, so stick around, you can see a few more.